it's been 20 years since I played golf, and we've just had a few hits on the driving range, and I'm a little bit nervous right now. Luckily there's no one behind us to watch apart from this guy over here, which is going to be intimidating, and I've got to use the biggest club I can find. Blimey. Hello, welcome back to a beautiful Monday afternoon here in the Algarve. Of course it is, it's the summertime and we're in the Algarve. Just thought I'd rub it in for you. So weekend, well, played golf, that was fun. I haven't played for 20 years. Silly time of day to go out, I must admit, because we were on the roof on Thursday and Friday and then out in it all day on Saturday. Very stupid, should know better, but it was great being on that grass. Didn't lose any balls either. Joke in there somewhere. Anyway, this morning, James and I, Monday, back at the house, organising what we're going to do for the rest of the week. Tomorrow morning, we're going to go out, get some materials, hopefully get a bathroom suite as well, so we can lay it all out. Then we can determine where we want all the plumbing to go, dig a trench, put the pipes in, cover it over, then we can get some flooring on there, and it should start to transform. We'll go back on the roof probably in a couple of days. There's still a load more to do, but I need to be in the shade. In the meantime, this afternoon, I've already been down to the beach. And I came back because I got this framework here. It's been following me around for the last 5.5 years, and it didn't have a cover on it. So I got that last year, put it all together, dug a hole, put the post to the ground so I can see what it looks like. And I think against the backdrop of those cork trees, looks really good. Goes with a hat as well. And that giraffe. Anyway, got that sorted out. Dogs need walking, so I'm going to do that and then jump in the spa. Have a barbecue, early night, fresh start tomorrow. So I'll see you then. Just in time. Wow. Smoothie. Morning. So down there we got our waste, and it's conveniently very close to the window. Yesterday James and I went out and got as much as we could for the bathroom, and so far the only thing I think we're missing is the shower glass, but we've ordered that and that should be with us next week. Quite difficult trying to work this room layout because we don't have any walls in here. So we are going to have to mark them on the floor. We've got the laser level, which is going to help us, but the pipes were the problem. So this morning, instead of trying to visualize it, we went out and bought a load with the connectors, and we're laying them on the floor here. And I'll see if I can describe this briefly. We have one there. Here is going to be a cupboard, which is going to hold the boiler and the washing machine. We'll have a vanity unit going across here with 2 sinks. That I'll come to another day because we're planning on doing that ourselves with the help of Christina. And then we have a pipe going from the shower tray to this center point here, the trap, and a third one that's going to go through the wall to the kitchen. So that's that sorted. Then it will continue in that direction and link up to the larger pipe, which is going to be for the toilet, which will come across there. And if I carry on over here, you'll see, well, trying to keep this angle as little as possible, one more going through the wall. So we think we've got that pretty much sorted out. Laser level is going to help us with the walls, try and get everything lined up as best as possible. Unfortunately, this house is not perfectly square, so we're having to find a center point to work from. Obviously, when we come do the flooring, that's the most important thing, because if we work our way in this direction and it doesn't line up square with the shower, then it's not going to look very good. So those little things are what are going to make the difference. So we're going to now mark it on the floor, dig the trench, and hopefully very soon we'll have the pipes in the ground and we can start laying everything out properly. Good. James has managed to cut his way through all this lot here, and there was a layer of concrete underneath the tiles, which was a relief because we thought it was possibly directly onto soil. So that's a good thing. Have a good sweep up in here now, and tomorrow we'll come back, fresh start, and start digging down. Unfortunately, because of the kitchen in that room there, the pipes are going to have to go down fairly low, which means the trench has to be about 45 centimetres there, which means all the way down that end it's going to be 65, 70 centimetres by the time we've finished. So the plan now is to run a separate pipe from the kitchen underneath there, then we'll pack it back up a little bit, and then anything in this room will go over the top of it. And that's because we have this cap here which we need access to, and it needs to be flush with the top of the floor tiles, and at that depth we don't have it deep enough for us to do that, so we'll put that on top of. So it's all going to work out okay, but we have now swept it out here, and hopefully that'll get rid of quite a lot of the dust, so tomorrow it's all settled and we can start again. Now I know that there's going to be a few people as well who mentioned about these floor tiles, saying you're cutting over them, why didn't you just take them up and start all over again? Well, we're on a budget for a start, and obviously we're doing a lot of work, and it is incredibly hot, and where we can save our energy, we're going to do that. You can still buy those, put it that way. So anyway, I'm going to stop now. I need to go back, have a shower, and we'll start again tomorrow. I am never working in August again, till next year. Right, so I think we've gone now far enough on the underside of that chimney now to gauge this side here. We'll mark off on the wall, drill a hole through, hopefully it'll be exactly where the trench is on the other side, and we'll use that as our starting point. My God, this is long. Wow.
Put your head through, Andrew. Look through the hole, I can see.
Hello. Keep the torch there. Good, good. Ooh. That hole is from my fingertip to my elbow. A couple of stones dropped down while we were going through, but oh, what a relief.
Hello. Hello.
Hello.
It's like a cavity.
Hole number 2 of 3, and that's going to be for the water, hot and cold. The first hole that we dug, we've got a little bit of plastic in there now, piping, and that's going to give us our marker for the depth. We've already dug quite a deep trench through here. Unfortunately, because the other room is lower down, we've had to go down further in here. Now we can dig this all to the right depth. And fortunately, when we come through here, because the waste mains on the outside is just on the other side of that window, and that means we don't have to drill through that thick hole there. We're only going through there, down there, which is really good. That will be tomorrow. This side here, as I've already mentioned, we don't need to go as far down. So once we put that lower pipe in, we'll backfill it with cement, and then we can put the soil back, then put the new pipes for this floor in, and hopefully we'll get it all sorted. Now, I've already mentioned that we're going to have a cupboard here with the boiler, and then we're going to have a washing machine underneath there, 2 sinks there, and then we're going to have the shower and obviously the toilet over here. But that means now that we can run water across here. We'll go down through there, and that hole that James just dug or cut through is there. And that will feed the cold water and the hot water. And that means that now this side here, because we already know the walls aren't square, we're going to build metal framework here and plasterboard it, and everything will be behind it. And the nice thing is we want as few joins as possible, because obviously it's all going to be hidden, and we don't want any possibilities of any leaks. So I think that that is going to work out pretty good. We'll come back to it in the morning, and hopefully this will be looking a lot neater with some pipes in place and tested. Back up on the roof. I do like to spend time up on here, as I've already mentioned probably a dozen times, but I forget what's in each video. Evenings especially, stars, hill, cold beer, dogs playing around on the roof. Yeah, pretty cool. But I also like being up here because I get to come up with some ideas. It's a nice little relaxing space to just chill out. I will eventually be putting stuff up on here as well, but I don't want to risk it just yet, because obviously I'm taking this whole roof down and replacing it. But this is going to have stuff on it, so maybe going forward I'll be able to sleep up on here as well in the summertime. But with this area here, got me thinking, because of the fires, recent fires. James reminded me that he asked one of the fire guys when they do their little chats in the springtime before we go into the summer, just to make sure that we're all okay with what we need to do in case of an emergency. Asked them what's the best way of protecting the house, and they said try and get water on the roof. So I thought, here, when this is all done, I'm going to try and make this metal tubing of some form, drill lots of holes in it, and have it going all the way around, like a railing all the way around the top there. Look quite nice. Something to lean on if nothing else, and then if there is an occasion that needs it, I can turn it on from the mains, and it will feed through the whole perimeter of this wall and spray water out onto the roof and down the sides. Give me some form of protection, better than nothing, I guess. So I'm going to have a little think about that, how I'm going to do it, along with everything else. But also, before we go into the winter, I do want to move this bus that way, and that's exactly what I'm going to do, because I keep standing at the back of the house. I'm trying to get ideas for the landscaping going down there, but the bus is in the way. So I want to be able to see all the way down to the gates, give me a much better image in my head so I can start sketching stuff out. I will show you some of those sketches further down the line, not just yet, because I sketch all the time. And maybe I'll do when I've got the courage to show you. But Yeah, anyway, break now. Shower, spa, dog walk. Chill out. See you in the morning. That's appropriate, isn't it? Digging our trench. Beginning of the video, I mentioned we're going to wait a couple of days before we go onto the roof, but that's not going to happen. We are on Friday now, and I wanted to stay out of the sun as much as possible. We've got to concentrate on one thing at a time and not jump around too much. But with that last section up there, we'll do that next week. Also wanted to talk to the neighbour about this because we do need to go into their wall so we can get the sandwich board into that wall and not flush against the outside, where of course you're inevitably going to have the problem with water. So we'll come back to that along with the columns. We can't do the columns because we want to concentrate on one thing at a time really, and we made a bit of a mess in here. So we're going to continue in here. Hopefully we'll get this trench completely done today, leveled out, ready for the pipes, and never know, might even get some pipes in, but I won't predict it. We'll just see how far we get. Good, so I've got the spirit level there and it's at obviously dropping down, which is exactly what we need. That's got that part sorted. Now we have gone down quite a way obviously down there, but I think I still need to go down quite a bit in places. So that's the next step. Looking forward at some point to doing a job that doesn't involve sweating. Whoa. Good. Really don't like working in tight spaces. This trench. Well, the trench is still here, yeah, and it's gone 5:30 on Friday. The pipes aren't in as I was hoping. Not the end of the world. To be honest with you, at the beginning of the week, we had hoped to get this all done, but we didn't at that point have any idea how difficult it was going to be to do this trench. I was still optimistic this morning because yesterday we did the trench fairly easily, but that last little bit, getting the angle, was fine until I got to this door here. And then I discovered lots of rocks and stones going all the way to the window, which is a real pain. So that's taken me 6 hours to do that little section from the door to the window. And obviously that meant we couldn't put the piping in. But we'll do that on Monday, not a problem. It'll all be covered over, looking lovely. Compact it all down so it doesn't sink. And then once we've got this room cleared out, we'll continue with the 2 columns either side of here and above me up there. And that'll be the last of the concrete pour, which will be brilliant. The roof, yeah, I was hoping to get that done this week, but not the end of the world because I needed to get in the shade as much as possible this week. And we have to do one thing at a time, and this trench was important. Even though we jumped from the roof to here, but you get my gist. Anyway, that's it. I'm going to stop now. Enjoy the weekend. I hope you do too. Thank you very much for watching. Thumbs up if you enjoyed this video and subscribe if you haven't already. Love your comments. And until next week, I hope you can join me. Look after yourselves. Bye-bye.